Hi friends, I am Rahul and I am your health and wellness consultant. Welcome back to My Body Life. Thanks for tuning into the channel. And this video is specially designed for people who have desk jobs, who are working in corporates and do not have time to get up from their chair, and they are too busy working and have huge stress, so their bodies get immobile, and they start with a lot of issues like cervical spondylitis. They develop lower back problems. They also develop knee problems. Now what this video delivers: in this video you will be able to see few exercises which can be performed while sitting on the chair and while doing your work. So you do not have to get up from the chair. You can do all the movements and stretches and poses just by sitting and giving some time to yourself, improving your health. So this has a sequence of exercises, sequence of poses which has to be done accordingly, and we have described the sequence in a very easy manner so that you can understand it. Whenever you get time in your office or at your home, you can just do the sequence and you will see the benefits and improvement in your health, flexibility and your wellness. Now this video has complete profile of the exercises, and I am also giving you the playlist of all the exercises, short videos of different exercises, so that you can choose the exercise from that playlist and work out accordingly. Guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much for coming back, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. First exercise of chair yoga is candle pose. For this you have to place your feet 1 feet apart, and now you have to raise your hands straight above your head, slowly breathing in and bending your elbows little bit with a slight angle so that you sit and look like a candle. This is how you perform a candle pose, and this is a first exercise in the sequence, which is a warm-up exercise, and for this you can do at least 10 repetitions. So we'll repeat it. First we are coming down, relaxing our hands, and again moving up with the body loosened up, again relaxing. So when the hands are going up, you are breathing in through your nose, and while you bring your hands down, you are exhaling the air out. Second exercise in the sequence is again a warm-up exercise, which is called raised arm pose. Here we have to raise our arms straight above the head, and the arms has to be parallel to each other. You should remember to keep a 1 feet distance between your feet. Inhaling when you get your arms up and exhale when you bring them down. So this is a similar movement like we do a shoulder press. You can do 10 repetitions for this pose, and this will warm up your shoulders. Remember to keep the breathing technique correct. Inhaling when you bring your arms up and exhaling when you get them down, and that has to be done through your nose. Third pose in the sequence is called star pose. We are starting the exercise. The first two exercises were the warm-up exercises. This is the proper isometric contraction which we will be doing. Here we are extending our legs, sitting on the edge of the chair. You have to keep your knees straight, toes pointed out, and now you have to raise your arms and extend them towards the sides. Now you look like a star, and please remember you are bending little bit towards your back. That means you have an angle so that the contraction contracts your abdominal muscle, and this focuses on your core. So you have to hold this pose for about 30 seconds and then you can release. We'll do it once again. Once we move our hands up, we have to remember the breathing technique wherein we have to inhale from our nose, and when we relax, we exhale the air out. This will help our stomach, the abdominal muscle, to get stronger and strengthened, and this will help in reducing some inches. The fourth exercise in the sequence is chair cat-cow stretch. This stretch is performed on the chair, and this is a very unique stretch where you extend or curve your back like a cat. So for this you have to keep your feet 1 foot apart with the hands on the knees. You have to sit straight, and now start bending your head forward while you exhale completely, and your stomach gets squeezed in and your back is curved, and that is called a C curve. So you have to hold this pose for about 30 seconds, and down you are holding your breath for some time, then you can continue the normal breathing. Once you get advanced in this pose, you can hold the breath as long as it is possible for you. Now this is the side view of the exercise, and we would perform the exercise in the similar way where we drop our head down, exhale, we bring our shoulders forward and curve our back. We are squeezing our stomach in and holding the pose for about 30 seconds. This is how the cat and cow stretch is done. The benefits of this pose is that it releases strain or stress in your neck and your back. This loosens up your vertebrae. You can relax and inhale. Fifth exercise in the sequence is chair forward bend. You have to remember in this pose that your knees and feet has to be joined. Now you lift your arms slowly, inhaling the air, and while you exhale, start bending forward slowly and loosening up your arms, keeping the palms facing towards the sky. You have completely exhaled at this position, and you hold this position for about 30 seconds. This is very relaxing for your back and helps strengthen your lower back as well, because you lift yourself up, straighten up your spine and extend your arms while you inhale. You can choose to open or close your eyes as you like. Extended side angle. For this pose, you have to join your knees and feet together. Now you have to lift one arm up straight, and with the other arm you bend forward and you try to touch the ankle of the opposite side. So you are extending and rotating your torso completely while you look up towards the upper hand. At this point, you exhale when you bend down and inhale again when you come up and release the pose. You can do it at the opposite side, same way like we did it before. For this, extend the arm and with the other arm you touch the opposite feet. Release the pose, inhale back and sit calm. You can repeat the pose 2 to 3 times on each side with the hold time of 30 seconds. Chair pigeon is the next exercise in the sequence, where you keep one ankle on the other knee while sitting straight. You bend forward using your hip joint. You do not have to bend forward using your back, but you move yourself forward using your hip joint so that the leg which is being folded feels the stretch at the hip. You keep both your hands side, one at the knee and other at the ankle, and you breathe smoothly and normal. You can repeat the same pose with your second leg while sitting straight and keeping the lower leg at 90 degrees. You can also press little bit on your knee so that you feel the stretch on the hip of the leg which is being folded. You have to inhale and exhale smoothly and normal. This pose helps release stress on the hip joint and makes it flexible. You have to hold the pose for about 30 seconds. Chair eagle, where you have to join your knees and feet together and sit straight. Now lift one foot up and keep it over the other leg, crossing it, and you have to also cross your hands and join them together like it is shown in the video. This pose helps loosen and make flexible your shoulder joints, and it also releases stress from your hip joint. So please remember, you have to keep your legs as close as possible. The ninth exercise in the sequence is chair spinal twist. You have to sit straight and hold the back of the chair and twist your spine. You can see that your spine is completely rotated, releasing the pressure and stress and stretching it. You can do it on the other side while you sit straight. Hold the back of the chair with both your hands and rotating your spine on the opposite side. You have to breathe in normal and hold this pose for 30 seconds each side. Warrior Part 1 is the name of next pose, where you have to turn to the side and keep one leg with the angle of 90 degrees and the other leg completely straight and stretched. Sitting straight, you move your hands up, joined together, and inhaling the air completely. Hold the pose for about 30 seconds and you are releasing the pose back while exhaling. You can continue doing the pose on the other side, keeping the leg at 90 degrees and the opposite leg straight with the knees extended and hands up towards the sky, inhaling the air, and now you can relax and release. Warrior Part 2. On this pose, we sit at the side, keeping our knee at 90 degrees with the other leg extended fully, with the knee straight. Now you have to extend your arms and keep them parallel to the floor and try to move your body a little bit forward, which will give a very nice stretch on your torso. Release the pose and repeat the same position on the other side. This pose opens up your body and improves concentration and relaxes the muscles. Next pose in the sequence is Warrior Part 3, where we open up our legs and keep one leg at 90 degrees just diagonal to your body and the other leg straight. Sitting on the edge of the chair, you try to touch the ankle of the foot from the hand, which is of the same side, and you extend the other arm straight up, looking towards the sky. You have to keep extending the arm and then relax. Hold the pose for about 30 seconds and you can perform the same pose with the other side, where you extend your arm, look towards the hand and inhale when you go up. Relax and breathe normal. Reverse warrior pose. Here you sit with one leg at 90 degree and the other leg extended with the knee straight. Take your arm up and bend back so that you feel the stretch on one side of your back, which is extended, and also the stomach is getting stretched. So this pose releases the stress from the side and helps you become more flexible. Hold the pose for 30 seconds each side. Exhale when you come down and inhale when you take your arm up. Seated forward bend with your legs straight. This is the next pose in the sequence where you keep your legs straight, sitting at the edge of the chair. Your toes should be pointed and you are bending forward and trying to touch the toes. You release the pressure from the back. Exhale when coming down and inhale when you move up. There is a variation in the pose where you join your hands at the back and lift them up. This also stretches your shoulder joints and squeeze your back. This helps in the relaxation process. Inhale when you come up and sit straight. Neck rolls. We have 4 variations of this exercise, where first variation you roll and rotate your head completely all the sides. So you can rotate your head 5 to 10 times on each side and keep your neck relaxed and smooth. The second variation, you extend your neck back, dropping your head down and then bringing it forward. These neck rolls are very useful to help strengthen the neck muscle and shoulder muscles and releases the pain of cervical. The third variation is you have to look side to side. So this is a dynamic movement. You have to continue doing it for about 5 to 10 counts each side. The fourth variation is you drop your neck or head towards the side, towards your shoulder, and feel the stretch on the neck muscle. Complete this full sequence with about 40 repetitions each side, for 10 repetitions each for the variation. Exercise in the sequence is wrist stretch, where you stand at the side of the chair and bending forward, you keep your palms facing down on the chair and the fingers are towards your body. So you stretch the forearms, keeping your shoulders straight and lower back is also kept straight. This helps release the strain on the forearms and helps make it flexible. 17th stretch of the sequence is called back stretch, where you hold the back of the chair, move a step backwards and stretch your back, bending forward. Please remember to keep your lower back completely straight so that your lats or the back muscle opens up. Hold the pose for about 30 seconds, exhaling down, and release the pose and stand straight, coming forward towards the chair. Full bridge. This is the next pose which helps strengthen your shoulder muscles. You have to straighten up your body, lifting your hips up the chair and keeping it aligned and in the straight line, with the neck extended, toes pointed, and bearing your body's weight on your hand. This helps make your shoulder, core, which is your abdominal and lower back muscles, strengthen up. Leg raises, where you stand straight holding the back of the chair and you have to lift one leg up, bring it straight. When it comes to parallel to the floor and your upper body is also aligned with your leg, which is extended, exhaling out when you come down and inhaling when you stand straight. This pose helps strengthen up your hip joint and releases the pressure from your hamstring. Continue with both the legs and you can do repetitions of about 5 to 10 each side. Adductor dynamic stretch. This stretch strengthens your inner thighs and helps make it flexible and strong. For this, you have to sit straight, join your feet, and open your knees till it's completely gets stretched. Now you have to resist your knees with your hands and try to bring the knees closer while resisting from your hands. This will help strengthen your inner thighs. Just remember to check the breathing pattern where you exhale when you bring your knees together and inhale when you get them far. You can do about 10 to 15 repetitions for this pose.